Hello friends, welcome back. Before getting on with it, I'd like to pull up two comments back to back on Telegram channel. We have been continuously harping on one and only one point, empowering you. And what you people put here is blind faith and hence defeat the objective. Guys, it's your money, your risk, your reward. Please pause the video to read this message at leisure. Let's move on. At the time of putting our first video on 2nd June, we did not realize that the share will come into sharp focus immediately and will lock in continuous upper circuits. So, the need for making another video is not arising. After all, there has to be an objective for making it. Isn't it so? There were certain objections on the content of the first one, which you are welcome to visit and read on the YouTube. To our mind, a couple of these were overstretched, but one was an information worth sharing about IDBI selling part of their holding out of 5.39% they acquired in 2017. IDBI still holds 1.67% shares. Realistically speaking, why and when banks sell is known to only them, and we can keep imagining the situation. Also, what they sold, someone bought as well. Realistically speaking, their sell-off has only created the opportunity for the retail and at same time distress for the previous shareholders. So this is integral part of stock market, and that's why we always say buy as much as you can afford to lose. Nevertheless, since we promised a conclusion, we are here and we'll try to keep it short and crisp. But before we go further, our normal disclaimer please. Let's revisit the concluding slide of the first video, and we believe that you would have drawn your conclusions based on these questions. Probably that denotes why the share is in upper circuit continuously. Upper circuits will open one day, where nobody knows. Quantities are still being transacted, but our current objective is to see how many multi-bags it will create for us. Just a guesstimate. When in doubt and there are no clear numbers to fall back on, it is always better to draw parallels. We have drawn a parallel with our JPPVL, another hydro and alternate energy company of almost same size, give or take some mix of capacities, named SJVNL, Satluj Jal Vidyut Nigam Limited. Though it may not be apple to apple comparison, as JPPVL numbers post resolution may take time to emerge clarity, the SJVNL numbers may provide us an indication though. With rupees 2654 crore top line, they are generating EPS of rupees 3.10 on a share capital of rupees 3929 crore or 392 crore shares. The only number that is relevant in case of JPPVL is its top line of rupees 3443 crore, likely to go up after the restructuring, and share capital of rupees 6840 crore or 634 crore shares. SJVNL with these numbers is stable in its share all the way since last 5 years or over. With high price of rupees 38.15, past prices in case of JPPVL will not be relevant at all, as lot has changed in the last years. Just to put things in perspective, soon after we identified and informed you all about JPPVL on 2nd June 2020, a professional company, www.simplywall.street, analyzed JPPVL and found it 81% undervalued and target price of rupees 6.11, which we tweeted as well. As a process of empowering you, here are a few questions to ask yourselves. Can JPPVL better their top line of rupees 3892 crore done in financial year ended March 2019? Under professional management, will their performance improve going forward? With SJVNL financials in front of you, what JPPVL will be able to come up with as the bottom line or EPS in 2021-22? Market is giving SJVNL a PE multiple of 5 plus. What will it give to JPPVL? And last but not the least, we leave it to you to find out or figure out whether the target price of rupees 6.11 given by simplyval.st is low, just right or high. We will add one thing to conclude. As we always say, you buy company based on business, numbers, management, and this is how the two will compare going forward. Thanks for watching and happy investing.